Oh shit, where's my Zoom? All right. Hey y'all, Treasury here with Picture Me Living. And I'm here in Barbados and I asked a bunch of my friends to call in. Well, I asked for volunteers and who wanted to call and talk shit with me for a few minutes. And of course, Carolyn was the first one.
You know I'm calling.
What you drinking?
Lambrusco, our favorite.
Oh, you put it on ice?
Yes, I'm hood. I love ice in my wine.
And you look really nice.
Thank you. You want to hear a joke about this outfit today?
Yes.
Okay, so my mom bought me this for my birthday, some other things in a bag, and I put this on. She FaceTimed me, and she's like, "Oh, what you doing?" I was like, "Oh, nothing, going to work." And she's like, "Why you went to work in a nightgown and a robe?" I said, "What are you talking about? I thought this was a slip dress and a kimono." And she's like, "No, that is a nightie and a robe." Like I said, "Oh my God, but it was
But that's,
Oriental
I
theme.
literally just said that to you.
I didn't think
That's
that
a
I was a
nice,
pajamas
I was like, that's a nice robe.
because now I'm home. But when I'm in the streets, I had a guy a white guy who was standing behind me. He was like, "I love your kimono." So it was like, what the hell? So I called my mom back. I'm like, the guy complimented me and said he likes my kimono. And
Yeah.
then I'm home now, and you're like, "Oh, I like your robe." You see? So I'm
It's the
like, it's
kimono
versatile.
influence. I get it. I
So
like
they
it.
have the Asian Oriental theme, whatever. So I just like
It's
to
giving
go with
rich
it.
wife. That's
Like
what
you're
it's
a
giving.
rich bitch. Give me a rich bitch. What's that song? Oh my God.
So
Yeah.
what's
And oh,
wrong
one
with
more
it?
thing. I got a sale. This just happened.
For real?
I went to CVS, right?
Mhm.
They be having perfume sales in CVS all the time. So I love this perfume. And usually it's like 120. So when I seen it on the shelf, it says 64 or something, 64.99 like that, $65. I said, "Oh no, I'm getting that." And I get $10 reward, like they call it reward cash money.
You
I'm
keep
saying
the
I'm buying that
receipts?
$65.
You keep
When
those
I
long
see
ass CVS receipts?
I
You
do,
do?
because they be having money on there. And then it's really 120 still with the $10 bag.
Hmm.
But since the sign says 64.99, he had to give me the Cartier Bustier Volet for 65. I won today. I was like,
Yes, you
wow.
did.
The manager's like, I have to give it to you because they put the wrong sign in front of the
You
perfume.
should have
And that
got
was the
two.
reason why they didn't have another one because there was
God.
two. I would have gotten two, but this was literally the last one. And I know because I go to CVS all the time and I check the perfumes. And it's always 120 unless they like buy one, get one free, but it's still gonna be 120. And then you get the other one has to be either equivalent in price or lower. Yo, I got a deal today. I'm happy. So I'm
Yes.
in a good mood.
Well,
Oh my God.
Carolyn and I always share memes and videos. So
Okay.
the last one we shared, Carolyn had a heavy response for it. So you might exit your good mood after we start talking about
Oh
it.
my God. I'm scared to tell the
So
truth.
it was a funny video. A guy that I just started following. He does all his videos with hmm, hmm. It's really funny, right? And so the video basically was like, all right, y'all, we can stop cheating now. Cause these women cheat back. They gonna get you back. So we could just stop now. Like this ain't our grandfathers no more. Like these women would absolutely the fuck get you back and get you worse. And you had a
Mm.
lot to say. So I want to know.
I would just say that, how they call us now, the modern women, because even though we grew up in the era of then, we not like our grandmothers and aunties and mothers like that. We're the new generation. And how they say we are modern women, we have evolved and we're not sitting at home, we out there working, we're getting to the bag as well. And we don't have to wait around for a man like how our aunties or grandmothers used to have to wait around for their man. Even if they had a job, it usually was a little job. and the dad would be the one doing the big work or doing the carpentry or doing the government jobs or whatever it is,
Yeah.
and they have to stay behind and live a modest life, because remember, even if we had fancy aunties and grandmas, which I did, they were still very modest. They weren't just going to get Chanel bags left and right. They might have had that one nice Chanel bag they wear all the time. You know what I'm trying to say? And that was,
Yeah.
that was it. It wasn't like, oh, I got it in red, pink, blue, gray,
Yeah.
white.
I got a
You know what I'm trying
collection.
to say? It's got like we have evolved as women. Like they were happy with that one beautiful Chanel, that one diamond bracelet or necklace. Like now we're like so advanced, we're so moving quick, we're new era, and yeah, we're not sitting around waiting for men. And I feel like we also, since we have that strong independence now, we developed like strong attributes about ourselves, like self, even like just having the self respect or your worth and saying, I'm not dealing with a man that cheats on me about you know him. You don't necessarily have to cheat back, but you'll cut him the fuck off. And
Right.
our grandmothers didn't do that. They would cheat with the neighbor or cheat with the cousin that was coming to the family parties in the hush, and it was just a big secret, and everybody dealt with it.
So that's what was in the
Nothing like
comments.
that
The
anymore.
comment was like, nah, you just your grandfather just ain't know that he was raising a kid that wasn't his.
I
So
don't believe that. I don't agree with that at all.
they were still cheating back. Not every case, but
Honestly, I would say for that era back then, that wasn't happening. But I would tell you this. This is what I would tell you because you know how they always say 304s now in the modern age, right?
Mhm.
Back in the days, they had the brazen hussies, so it was always a woman that was the whore. You know what I'm trying to say? It wasn't like all the women are whores now. Like it feels like that's what they're going with now. Like all the bitches in 304s now, mainly because they are hot. They want everything. They want multiple guys, they want money pass and all these things that they say, you know how it goes. But back then they'll have that one, one lady that's a bitch.
and I think that women have evolved, and I think it's hard for men to evolve. That's the issue. So just like
Mm.
that video, it was meant to be funny, but it was a lot of truth in it because they're realizing, wait a minute, they doing us the same way. Can we please stop? I'm begging you. Can we
Now,
mental
oh,
health month, please feel sorry for me. I want you to stop because this doesn't feel good. And it's like it never felt good to us. And we've endured this
ever.
for so long. And now we're doing all of this labor and we're able to carry a lot of loads. And we're just like, you know what? Just give me a new dude, please. Expeditiously, actually. Give me another one.
Right. We're
And I'm gonna
overdosed
keep
now.
exchanging
We're
them
not
until I
doing
get it right. I'm not gonna put up with no bullshit. I keep exchanging them. You can talk about me, whatever. Give me next.
I mean, I feel like our grandmothers have experienced abuse, they experienced the cheating, they
Yes.
experienced disrespect, they experienced being deprived, meaning like I don't know if you ever seen a situation in a family, even relationship that you've seen the guy like not doing the things that he would do for her normally because they're in a mood or they have another bitch or you know what I'm trying to say. And it's just like we suffered through a lot of things as women and the evolution of us actually being more independent and actually being successful and educated and being able to just wholeheartedly take care of yourself without having a man
Yeah.
is our now superpower because you still want us because we have the area that you want, but now we are putting restrictions on it based on our character and our attributes because we know, hey, I'm this type of woman, so you can't come over here and just get in
Right.
whatever you want, and I'm
Right.
not getting whatever I want, or you're not treating me correctly. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? Versus before, they're like, no, I need him to be here. I need him to help me take care of these kids because I work a little job and whatever he's doing with that woman, as long as he paid the bills in my house, I don't care. Just keep it outside. It's always like you better go outside with your bitch,
We
type shit.
can't we can't even say that these days. Like even if I fix
Mm-mm.
my mouth to say that, which I
No,
would,
you go outside with your bitch. Just make sure my dogs
but
are
even
taken
if
care
I
of.
did, the diseases are so bad that I still
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't want you to come back to my house.
That's another factor too. I feel like it is
Because
worse
you got to
with
think
that
like every women are
chemistry.
smarter, right? And they've always been smarter. And so I think ahead, and that woman also has another dude. So not only is she messing with you, but she messing with another dude. So how
Yeah,
far is
she's
this gonna
single
go?
too. If she's single and I'm your girlfriend, clearly she has another man.
Yeah,
I'm the one with only you, and you're supposed to be only me, and you over here with her, and she got whatever she got going on. You
yeah.
don't absolutely know because you're not her 100%. You're
How
not
far
paying
is
her
this gonna
bills.
go? Yeah.
Yeah.
How we gonna take this? Everybody just gonna have sex with everybody? Absolutely not. I'd rather not. I'd rather go home and read a book and watch TV.
Mm. Say it again, honey, because I don't have time for that. It's just too much confusion. We don't want to mix and blend a lot of energy. You know, let's not even talk about the energy thing. Let's talk about other women, dealing with other women. I'll tell you one thing, I don't deal with married men because I would not take the risk or put myself in the way that possibly a woman want to be vindictive towards me. Because women,
Right.
when I'll tell you when they're pissed, if they think that you is what they meant, they would get to your job, they would get to who your friends are, they would contact a family member. Like they're finding you because somebody knows somebody that know you, and she gonna find that or find the
They're
tracks
gonna
or
find
follow
out.
you,
Yeah.
find your house. It's so many factors of safety and just making sure you're not fucked up because you're dealing with a guy. And why would I deal with a guy that can possibly have a vindictive woman coming to chase me down and figure out who is this bitch? Why is he talking to her? And he's cheating. You know what I'm trying to say?
Right.
I don't want to deal with that.
And
I
men
need to
are
be very
thinking like
clear.
that. Men are
I'm
thinking like
so
that at all. They're signing you up for some shit, thinking that they got it under control. You don't. She
yeah,
knows. And
yes.
if she ain't
She
on
gonna
her
find out. Even if she don't know, she gonna find out and all the details. And
exactly.
then
And even if she not on
you're
my
the
ass,
other woman's fucked.
either she will be or she got another dude, which goes back to my point. Like, where does this end? And men
Yeah.
just don't think like that at all.
I don't think they think about that because they just be dealing with all the bullshit. We're preventers of bullshit. We're the women, we're more thinking
Exhausting.
about the end goal. So men
It's
will
so
think about the
exhausting.
now. They got
Yeah.
that now feeling, they're going for it. But women, we're thinking about even if I have the now feeling, but later on, this could be like this. So I'm not going to do the now. You know what I'm trying to say? It's doing too much
It's
and we'll retract.
exhausting always being the bigger person. And I
Yeah.
posted this meme one day. It went crazy. I posted it in my close friends only. It was like, hey man, put your husband in timeout. Take his PlayStation. Whenever he DM another girl, and that went crazy. It was so many women that was like, "Oh, that's so true." Like
Like he's a
we're
big
so
kid,
quick.
right?
Yeah, we're so quick to get mad at other women. No, get mad at your man.
Mm.
Don't put him in timeout, please.
Oh my
Trying to
God.
help.
I know you've seen this video with the woman that, I mean, when the guy pretend that a woman was next to him, made a little mannequin, and the girlfriend came in and seen him like with a woman or the woman holding him or a sex position, and she came and the first thing she did was hit the girl with a chair. It was some crazy stuff. It was like clip after clip
That's
after clip of
crazy.
all the girlfriends. And the person that got hit in the head with a chair and a this and a that and kick was the woman first. I was like, damn,
Listen, and this is a PSA to any women watching this. The
like
girl
10
nine
different
times out of
times.
10 does not know. She don't know. Okay.
Mm-mm. Why she
Direct
didn't,
the anger where it's supposed to go, please.
they didn't hit him first. They hit the woman first every time. And then the second move was to the guy until they found out it was a mannequin. But I was like, yo, one of the girls picked up a chair. What if this girl really didn't know at all?
Right.
And you didn't even wait a second to find that out or to
Yeah.
figure that out, even in the heat of the moment. A lot of people are not good at conflict resolving or dealing with like critical thinking, like in the moment, like dangerous. I would not play games with my life or play nothing about my livelihood for sure because not over no man. Hell
Not
no.
over, man.
Mm-mm.
All right. Anything else you want to talk about?
Mm, mm, mm. I don't know.
I know you
Nothing.
always got something to talk about. We got to do more Zooms. 'Cause
We
it's
should do. We could do Zoom whenever. You know, I be zooming all the time with my job, so I'm like, I can set it up on the laptop, everything. But no, I don't have anything else much to say. Just I don't know.
Right.
If you're dating out there, just be patient for the right person. Don't waste your time dealing with somebody that isn't what you want. And I'm not just saying absolutely what you want, but ain't a good fit for you. I feel like a lot of people be wasting people's time just dealing with them because they're nice or cool or they have fun and or sex, and then they don't really want to marry them. They don't really want a future. They don't want to live with that person. They don't want to have a kid with that person. So it's kind of like, why are you doing that?
Yeah,
So I would say
that was
invest
great
your
advice.
energy in somebody that you want to do those things, even if you don't know it can happen or if they want the same thing initially. But you can say, "Hell, I can marry him. I could definitely have a baby by him, and yes, he could take care of me in ways that I like." If you don't, just don't waste your time because it's a drag.
Whew, wasting time.
Don't waste, don't waste your life away. Mm.
Story of my life right now.
Time passes quick too, so you got to kind of get to the conclusion quicker, like yes or no, this is happening or not. Because we're older now. When we were younger, I feel like my younger relationships, I felt like I could just be with them for 5 years and we not really doing nothing
Yeah,
specific.
we not at that age.
I don't have that type
I
of
don't have
time.
kids.
Yeah, yeah. Mine is like 2 years. I need to be like, okay, what are we gonna do? We will buy a house together. Will we do that? Will we get married? Would I have your baby next week or next month or next year?
Yeah.
If I don't feel yes to any of those questions, I can't continue a relationship after 2 years. And I'm 38 now. So I'm not wasting 5 years trying to figure out if we're gonna get married and buy a house and have a baby. No.
Yeah, no. I
This
don't
ain't
have
it.
that kind of time anymore.
Yeah.
I just don't. I really want to enjoy life and live life and be with one person. So if that's not gonna be you, move out the way.
Facts.
Because I'm ready to start posting pictures with a guy on vacation.
I ain't gonna lie, I was having that feeling too, and I never had that feeling.
So it's like, is
I
it?
ain't never had that feeling
Because if
until
it's
more
not gonna
now.
be you, then I need to go ahead and start interviewing somebody else. Because
Hmm.
I don't, yeah, time is ticking.
Yeah, and our age, sorry, I don't like fighting. So if we're arguing a lot and we're disagreeing on so many things, and you don't know how to collaborate with me, talking, communicating, I don't want to deal with that either. And that my patience is very thin. It seems it's
Yeah,
gotten thinner than before.
but as you get older, you just start like not liking a lot of shit. So
Yeah, we have all of our ways now. Damn.
yeah, yeah, and I'm
Fuck.
stuck in my ways. So that's why I'm like, all right, hurry
Oh,
up. What
God.
we gonna do? All right,
What you
we
talking
gonna do this.
about? Get to the point. Like, that's one of my things. Get to the point. I hate people who drag it. Like, what are you mad about? What do you want to do to fix it?
Yeah,
Boom, 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 boom. Oh, you want to fix it like this? Okay, let's fix it. Done. I don't want to. No, 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 no.
back
Mm-mm.
and forth. Yeah.
And then you give me silent treatment. Don't play those games with me. We're not doing silent treatment. You tell me what's up. Come to a conclusion, solution. Do it.
Mm.
Done. That's it. I like that. That's gangster to me. I like a gangster guy.
The
You know,
silent
he gets
treatment
the
must
point.
be something new they just invented because I've just
Mm.
recently started experiencing this, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Oh no, absolutely the fuck not. What is this? They must have just invented that like within the last two
I
years.
don't think so. I've experienced a silent treatment even at a younger age, but like I said, that was to me feel like juvenile behavior. Like
I've never
if
experienced
I'm mad
that.
at you, why don't just tell you like, hey, I'm mad because what you said or did, and get to the point. I mean, you might could take
Yeah.
some space, but it don't have to be the silent treatment. It could be we talked about why you was feeling that way, and then I give you your space and you needed it and it's fine. But not I don't know what's going on and you have your space.
I feel like we shouldn't go 24 hours without talking to each other. Good morning,
Mm,
good afternoon.
mm. It
We're,
should definitely be consistent
yeah.
communication on a serious relationship for sure. Like I like to collaborate my schedules with my partner, so If I wake up on Monday, I'm trying to find out what you're doing that day, whether even if you're not gonna see me, so that if I find like a window of opportunity, like, oh, you're gonna be by my house, oh, you're gonna be at work, I could bring you lunch, or we can go to lunch on your break, or
Yeah,
whatever it is, you know.
yeah.
Or you have to take your car to mechanic, and I pick you up, and we go eat, and then you go get your car back, like simple shit like that. And so it doesn't have to be like, oh, good morning, how's your day? Every minute you text me, it is more so like I know what's going on with you that day, what you got going on. Hmm.
All right, friend. Well, we'll schedule a longer Zoom a little bit later.
Yeah, a better one. Well, actually, we're gonna do one in person, I'm sure, because I think I will be to Atlanta soon, or you'll be in Miami soon as well, because we do
Yeah, I
that.
think Frenchie's gonna have a housewarming in
Yeah.
August, something like that. So I'll be there for that for sure.
I think I'll probably be in Atlanta before that, but
Okay.
August. Yeah.
Well, I'll be in Atlanta all July, so
Oh, for real? Okay, great. All right.
all right,
Well,
bye.
have fun in Barbados.
All
Send
right.
me like pictures of something that's very Barbados like. Like I don't
All
know how
right.
to say
I got a
it.
lot of pictures. I just haven't posted anything yet. I'll send you
I
some.
think you've been eating good.
Yes, my belly. It's all in my
Really
belly.
good. No, those fish bites, the fried fritters, those looked really good.
They were good.
I want
Sauce was
to
really
now
good.
go to Barbados. Damn.
We'll come back. I love it.
Okay. All right. Have
All right.
fun
Bye.
later. Bye, Trey.
Yeah, so how's Barbados?
It's good, man. Everybody got a good attitude. That's what I like about it.
Okay, I was thinking about going there. I was thinking about taking my mom there for her 80th birthday in November. So yeah, I might have to get some insight from you.
Oh yeah. It's definitely a 80th birthday vibe.
Is it really? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
looking for some good resorts and you know what I'm saying, all inclusive, good beaches and
I
stuff.
mean, the things we did yesterday, I was just telling my son, like, this why you're not supposed to wait till you old to travel, because um it was a lot of steps.
Man,
Went to
listen.
a cave.
Yeah. I agree. Like, you hear a lot of people talk about how they're gonna travel when they retire and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But as somebody that travels the world like yourself, man, them flights are long. The back be hurting
Yeah,
and you get
man.
out.
You be tired when you get off the flight, man.
What? Jet lag? You got to walk around a lot. So I tell people, man, like you gotta get out and get to it while you're up and able. You know what I mean? Because you don't know how you're gonna feel when you're 60 years old. You're not going to fly to Bali, a 20-hour flight.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know what's up with this video.
Yeah, it says your video is red. I'm gonna do the audio part. I'm gonna make it an audio part too. So when we start talking, I'm gonna record it.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's hot though. Today is hot. And even the bartender was like, it's not supposed to be this hot. I was like, I was wondering. It's hot.
That's a that's a good thing. No, shoot, I'd rather hot than cold as hell. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I ain't complaining about it. I just noticed it because I was walking the beach and you know how you walking on the sand, you be like, ooh, ooh, ooh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, it was pretty hot. And ain't nobody on the beach right now. Like it's hot.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah.
They ain't got no umbrellas. Nice little umbrella. Get your
Yeah,
little
but the
thing.
sun has crept up under all of the umbrellas. Like it ain't no shade. It's
Okay.
shade by the pool, but it ain't no shade to I still can't see. All
Let me you want me to log out and log back in?
right, you ready? You got your travel stories ready? Because I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
y'all want to go to
yeah.
Paris.
Yeah, we at the theater now. Yeah.
All right, so let me get started. Hey y'all, Treasury with Picture Me Living, and I'm here with a very frequent traveler. We only got a few minutes. Tell me how many countries you've been to right after you introduce yourself, whatever name, whatever introduction you want to give. I want you to roll right into all the traveling you got into.
All right, yeah. What's up, Travel World? What's up, Trey? I appreciate you having me. I'm honored to be on your podcast. Been following you for a while. My name is Marcus Jones, aka Wonderlust Jones, aka Jet Setter Jones. I have been to 32 countries now, and still trying to get to it. So yeah, 32 countries. I've been traveling for about 15 years now. And crazy thing is the thing that inspired me to travel was Snoop Dogg's Beautiful video. So
Rio, right?
yeah, Rio, man. So
Okay.
but yeah,
Rio de
that's what.
Janeiro.
Oh yeah, Rio
Yeah.
de Janeiro, Brazil. One of the most beautiful places in the world. That's my first love right there. And so just watching the video, I said to myself, I was wondering, just seeing two black men traveling the world. I was wondering where they were, having a good time, living life. And
Yeah.
so this is back in the day when people had VCRs and DVDs. I bought the making of the video, and I just took notes and wrote down where they
Really?
filmed. Yeah, I just took notes, wrote down where they filmed, and I said one day I would go, and that's what I did. So
Now I'm intrigued because I want to know the making of the video.
yeah, they basically went in. They went into the favelas,
Mhm.
Sugarloaf Mountain. And have you been to Brazil?
I have briefly though in the Navy. I have not been in this capacity, and I want to go New Year's Eve because I heard Rio is the spot on New Year's Eve.
Oh yeah. I did New Year's Eve. Go to the beach, Ipanema Beach. You definitely got to go check it out. Hit the caipirinhas, the drink, the food, the samba. And
Okay.
Brazil has the most. I think the second most Africans, I believe, um, in the world. I believe right after Africa and the United States. So
Okay.
it's a big African population there. So
That area, I don't want to sound ignorant by saying area, but Colombia also has a big population of us, but it's just not shown on TV. You got to go there and you actually have to see it. So,
right, for sure. And
yeah.
if there's a one of the biggest messages I try to tell people when they travel is, especially us, like don't believe everything the media tells you, because I feel like a lot of the places that they put red flags on to tell you not to go are countries that look like us. You know what I mean? And so I tell people always go check out a place for yourself
Yeah.
and
Cuba,
develop your
another
own.
one. I was so shocked when I went to Cuba and I saw so many Afro Latinas and people that look like me and my friends, my son, my family, and they don't even speak English. Like that just blew my mind. Like their first language and their only language is Spanish, but they like us. They got the curly hair, the curly, kinky curly hair, and
Mm-hmm.
they black.
Right,
And
right.
it's a lot, it's a lot of them. And it's beautiful. I love it. And they just
Yeah,
don't show that on TV. That's the thing.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I tell people go to a place, travel for yourself, develop your own opinion and perception of a place. And I wanted to ask you, since you're an empty nester now,
Mhm.
what are you going to do at that time? Are you going to travel more, or like what kind of things you're going to do since you're an empty nester now? And
The thing,
congratulations to you and your son too.
thank you. Thank you so much. It is a huge accomplishment to have a child graduate high school, you know. Um, I had to sit back and reflect on that. Like I fed this kid, like I did everything and nurtured this kid and now he's successful, you know, hopefully can be like you guys at work, be a successful Black man.
Right.
And this is the first step. And the thing about the tricky part is that I'm 40 and it's so old, but it's still so young. And there's not too many people in my shoes. So I really
Mhm.
don't know what I'm gonna do to answer
Right.
your question.
You'll figure it out.
Because we still got to pay for college. So it's like,
Right.
who's gonna pay for that? You know, because I
Right.
could either travel and live my best life or I could pay for his college.
Right.
You just got to
For
stay
sure. Hey,
tuned to
hey,
see.
find a way to do both. Find
Yeah,
a way to do.
it's gonna be a lot of Miami trips, that's for sure. It's not gonna be big like Barbados or Europe unless I can, hop on a girls trip like I've been doing. And
Mhm.
that's kind of my thing lately is hopping on other people's trip. It's more affordable and
Right.
get to see way more of the world. So um, the good thing is that my availability is just wide open. It's never been like that for 18 years.
Right.
So
right.
I don't know, Marcus. We it's about to surprise everybody. My availability. It's like having no kids at 40. It's weird.
Right, right. That's what I was saying. An empty nester, man. You doing the thing. You doing your
Yeah.
thing. And I know you were saying about it was a big accomplishment for your son to graduate, and it is. And one of the biggest inspirations in my life has been my mother. And so keep holding it down. Shining that light. And I'm sure he sees you working hard, taking them places, exposing them to the world, and that's just going to instill a lot of good things in him. So just
Yeah.
keep on doing what you're doing.
So you briefly told me you're taking your mom on a trip. I have seen you take her on trips before, and
Hmm. Hmm.
I'm slightly jealous. I can't wait. I just say that. I can't wait. So give me some trips that
Hmm.
you're taking with your mom.
Well, I talked a little bit about when I first started traveling about 15 years now, and what was happening was I just got the bug. I just kept going, and finally, my mom, and she was happy for me, excited for me. She's from the country, from Tennessee, and she was like, "Man, I'm just so excited you're able to see the world and
Yeah.
do this and that," and I could just tell. I was like, "Man, like, what am I doing? Like, I need to give back." And so I wanted to expose her to some things. I say, you know what? I make enough money to where I can take her some places and so she can see some things that she's never seen before. And so I told her to give me a list of places that she wanted to see. And she
Mm.
gave me a list. She gave me Hawaii, Jamaica, a few other places. And so our
Can't
first
wait.
trip together with her.
I got that list
Oh
ready. I can't wait for that text.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Mommy, where you
So
want to go? Bet.
exactly. So that's what I did. Took it to Hawaii, been to Aruba, Mexico. And so I'm not a big fan of Jamaica, so I think I'm gonna pass on Jamaica, but I've taken her a few places. And so we've
Wait
been
a minute.
Barbados this year. What's up?
You've not been to Jamaica?
No, no, I've been to Jamaica. I said I'm not a big fan of Jamaica. And
How
so I
many
think I'm gonna
times have you went?
just once, just once. I need to go again.
Um, I'm gonna wait till I get back to really digest everything. Um, I
Okay.
think the staple point is always Jamaica. I will say that. I always
Okay.
go back to Jamaica. So any Caribbean place, even the DR, even a Latin Caribbean place, I'm like, oh,
Hmm.
but Jamaica had this type of jerk chicken. You know what I mean? Um,
Right, right, right.
so you have to do something to stand out. So for instance, the DR had great seafood. Would I go back? Probably not.
Okay.
If I had to pick a Caribbean place, it would be Jamaica. But this is pretty up there. I went to Turks twice. Um, I would probably still pick Jamaica, but I'll let you know tomorrow.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I heard Turks is five too. I heard it's a little pricey, but I heard it's five.
I will say this. I have felt completely safe this whole time. Can't say this
Good.
Jamaica. Yeah.
Good. 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 Yeah, I
I'm
wanted to tell you too. I know you was asking me about
completely safe
what it in Turks
here
or
in Barbados. I felt
Barbados. Okay.
safe from the moment
Good.
I got here to right now, everything completely safe.
Good.
That's a
That
big
that's
deal.
that's that's one of the biggest. That's one of the most important things. Feeling safe. You know what I mean?
So before you go, I know you at the movies. I need a good travel story and a bad travel story.
Hmm. Let me start off with the bad first.
Okay.
I've been to Trinidad Carnival twice. I love Trinidad. Shout out to all my Trinidadians. I love everything about it.
Can't
My
wait for
first
this story.
my first time I went was 2013,
Mhm.
and so everybody has that homeboy or homegirl that says they got the hookup, right?
Yeah.
So my boy was saying, "Hey, look, I got the hookup on costume, the hotels, man. We're gonna do our thing. Just send me your money. Just send me your money. We good." I said, "You sure?" Man, I got you. Cool. Send him the money. Bada boom, bada bing. Parties. Got the party tickets. The night before, he says, "Man, I got some bad news." I was like, "What?" "We ain't got nowhere to stay." I said, "What? We ain't got nowhere to stay."
Okay.
I fly out. I fly out in the morning. He's like, "Man, I'm sorry. I'm working on the thing." So that was a whole fiasco. I get there, and we're supposed to have a shuttle pick me up. This,
Hmm.
that, and the other is a big mess. This is before the long distance calling was as easy as it is now.
Yeah.
And so I land in Trinidad Treasury. Nobody at the airport. I'm
What?
confused. I don't know. Yes, I don't know I don't know what's going on. I don't know nobody there. But I remembered I'd been DMing or messaging this girl that was in the travel group
Mhm.
about being there. I messaged her real quick. I asked her where she was at. She was at a party. I took a cab to a party to a fete. So here I am, my black ass out there with this luggage outside of the stadium. People just looking at me. And long story short, man, they came out. It's about 5 in the morning now. I'm just standing out there, and she comes out and she's like, "Look, where's your boy at?" I was like, "I don't know what happened to him." So I'm stranded pretty much. But while I was outside, I met a few people, met a few cool people, but I still didn't have nowhere to stay that night. And so with her being, a lady, not knowing who I am, she said, "Okay, I have somewhere for you to stay. It's a little
Yeah.
sketchy, but trust me, it's cool." And she's Jamaican. She's Jamaican.
Okay.
And she takes me to this convent. It's a convent of Rastafarians.
What? Wait.
Yes. It's a,
Okay.
it's a, yes, it's pretty much like a convent slash shelter for Rastafarians.
Okay.
And she says, "Look, I'm gonna take you here. Don't worry about it." So man, I pull up. It's pretty much outside too. Got these bunk beds.
Hmm.
Everybody looking at me. The dreads out there.
Yeah.
And I'm dressed in, clean cut polo shorts.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Got some
so,
money. You
yeah,
see,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So I get up. I just lay there. I'm exhausted. And what happened was she went back to where she was staying and told one of her friends, like, "Hey, I didn't know where to put him at," and they got pissed off. They said, "What? Why'd you leave him there?" So then they just came back and got me. They said, wake
Okay.
up, come on, let's go." So they came and got me, ended up staying, somewhere nice. But that was a whole mess though. That was a fiasco. But long story short,
She was
met some good people.
apprehensive. Just listening to your story, she's like, I don't know this guy, so,
Right,
but I'm
right,
gonna put you somewhere safe. But yeah.
right. It was just hilarious.
But
I'm
did you
like,
get the costumes and all? Because for the
yeah,
listeners
yeah,
that's
yeah.
not familiar with the Carnival in Trinidad, those costumes have to be ordered like a year prior. Your hotel got to be booked a year prior. It's a big
Right,
deal.
right, yeah. Now he did come through with that. I ended up seeing
Okay.
him like a couple of days later. We had like a little, we had a little conversation about what happened. But yeah, he had
Okay.
that. He had that all hooked up, costumes. It ended up being one of the best trips I went on. But just that moment was just like,
Okay.
damn, but it went from a disaster to excellent. You know what I mean? I
Okay.
met good, I met, I
Good.
met good, I met good people. Uh, being great. So,
All right.
and I said one of my best stories. I had so many, man. I've had so many great trips. Like,
Me too. It's hard for me to pinpoint a best moment. So it's a
right.
favorite.
A favorite, I would say one of my favorites. I spent 3 weeks in East Africa. I did a safari in Kenya,
Okay.
and just to be, and I love animals. I love nature. I love National Geographic, and just to be, just like one with nature like that, like
Mhm.
being up close with lions and seeing them in their natural habitat, and just being, or probably that, just being one with nature, man. That was awesome in Zanzibar, and just kind of seeing how like, a lot of these places in Africa. Well, you've been to Zanzibar. I think you put me on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I told you about Mango or vice versa, but
Yeah.
uh,
Zanzibar was beautiful. I would
yeah, a lot of them
do that.
places. Yeah, a lot of them places rival Seychelles and rival a lot of places, over here, but people just don't know about it. But
Mhm.
yeah, I've had so many good moments, man. So,
The flight
what
there
about
was
you?
miserable though.
You said what?
The flight there was miserable.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
It was a
yeah.
lot. And I would, if I was to redo it, I would make sure that I had more time there. I underestimated how bad the flight would be.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. You definitely got to sacrifice something, man. That flight is no joke.
Yeah.
But
But
once you
once
get
I was
there,
there, it was beautiful. It was beautiful.
yeah, yeah. Once
Even
you get there,
Stone Town, the city next to Zanzibar, well, it's in Zanzibar, but the city that's, I guess it has less of an attraction to it because it's not a beach. But
hmm
I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the shopping and the people that were just walking the streets. I enjoyed all of that.
Right.
Not do a safari yet though.
Oh yeah, you got to do a safari now.
Think I'm
But
up.
make sure it's a glamping experience though. I wasn't staying in no tent. I wasn't rolling around in the ground.
So
I'm
you
like,
did a
no.
glamping? Okay, you gotta
Yes.
give me
Come
the
on now.
info on that.
Come on now. No, I
I
don't
didn't
play
know that
around.
existed.
I don't play around with my accommodations now.
I've done glamping here in America and I'm not doing regular camping. I didn't grow up like that. I grew up in the hood too, so I feel like I worked so hard to make it out. I'm not
Right.
finna rest and sleep on the floor. Not doing that.
Right. I got you. I
So
got
I
you.
need
Listen,
a shower.
I'm so sorry to cut you off, Trey, man. I wish we could continue this even
All
longer,
right.
and
Enjoy
we
your
will.
movie.
But okay, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And I'm with Sey Sey. This is our first time meeting face to face. We've been social media friends for a minute, and she's one of the people that wrote back and was like, "Yeah, let's talk." And I'm like, "Okay, bet." So we scheduled it, and I'm gonna let you introduce yourself.
Yes, so hi everybody. I'm Sey Sey. My real name is Severin. I'm French Canadian. I've been living in Texas for the last 3 years, and I've been doing chin-shot crushing ASMR for the last 2 years. And I've been loving it, and that's how I met Trey. And she's an amazing soul, amazing person, dope individual. She got a beautiful spirit, and love talking with her. So I'm very excited to just chop it up and get to know her, get to know you.
So, where are you originally from? Again, I know you said it.
Originally. So this is a story all about how my life got flipped turned upside. I was born and raised in Montreal, Canada, so I'm French Canadian. So French is my first mother tongue. And then I moved to New York and lived there for about 12 years, and then moved to Dallas about 3 years ago. My parents are Haitian, so I'm Haitian Canadian, but I wasn't born in Haiti. So that's that. How
Wow,
about you? Where are you from?
that is a very dynamic story. I had no idea. So, French
Yeah,
is your first language.
yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Bonjour. Bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
I'm from Atlanta.
Okay, cool. Do you have any other like deeper origins and stuff like that?
Um, so my mother's side of the family is based out of Chicago,
Okay.
and that's where my grandma was born. All her sisters, brothers.
Mhm.
But they are a mixture of a lot. You know how that goes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They have majority of and when I say majority, I would say about 60-70% of something else, and then it's mixed in with a bunch of other different things.
That's cool.
And they procreated with Black men, and so that's how I got here.
Amen again.
Yeah.
That's great. Nice to meet you. I do have a question for you. What type of music do you listen to? What's your go-to playlist?
It could be all over the place. I have workout playlist that is
Mhm.
Lady Gaga based. And then I have a dance workout playlist that is upbeat rap music.
Mhm.
And then I have an R&B playlist. Like when I'm driving home, I listen to my R&B playlist. That's everything
Mhm.
R&B. And
90s R&B or 2000 R&B?
um anything that I can think of. But I do separate 70s and 80s music. So my grandmother had a serious
70s.
collection. Oh yeah, my grandma had a
Mhm.
serious record collection. Serious. I mean,
Mhm.
I really hate. I mean, I was a kid, but she lost it. I wish I could go back in time and talk to my kids and be
Mhm.
like, "Girl, get them records." Um, so I even have a 60s playlist. I mean, my music taste goes all the way back.
I love that. So I want you to think about where you are, like the chapter of your life right now, summer 2025. What
Mhm.
song is the soundtrack of this chapter?
Shit. Um, Kiss of Life, Sade.
Sade?
Yeah.
Nice, nice, nice.
Very
I
chill,
love that.
mellow. I'm not arguing with nobody. The sky is always the color of love.
Mm,
Yes.
I love that. So let's talk about your childhood right now. How would you define your childhood? Was it like hard? Was it easy? Was it fun? Imagination filled? Was it full of adventure?
All of the above.
Mm,
It was filled with adventure because my grandma was always driving, traveling somewhere. That Chicago family I mentioned, some of them stayed in Chicago, some of them went to New York, and some of them went to California.
oh,
And we would drive.
oh wow.
Yeah.
So
We were
you
the
were like
only
a road
ones.
trip girl.
Yeah, we were the only ones that stayed in Atlanta or that moved to Atlanta.
Oh, so you had to drive to get to your family. Nice. What was your favorite road trip activity?
They were all miserable. Now we were very poor, so none of these are fun memories. However, because I did have such a big imagination, that's why it was funny you said that. I read a lot of books, so I made fun of everything that we did. But no, sometimes we was on a Greyhound and it was terrible.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, it was absolutely horrible.
I rode Greyhounds all my life too. Montreal, New York, all the time. When I lived in New York, I did it twice a year.
Yeah,
I
it was
never, I
terrible.
mean, sometimes it'd be funny stuff happening, but I've never had like traumatic event on Greyhounds.
No, it was just it's long and unnecessary.
Mm, yeah, for sure. Okay, so you say Chicago, Cali, Atlanta. What's your favorite climate? I know that Cali is like, beach, 70s, hot. Chicago's cold in the winter, but they have decent summer, and Atlanta is like hot, hot. What's your favorite?
Climate, I would have to say California. Even though the beach is not really enjoyable for me majority of the year. It's
Mm-hmm.
cold water beach.
Oh
But
yeah, true. You can't enjoy the beach.
yeah,
Mm,
but climate wise, yeah, California.
nice. So would you move there in the future?
I love the mountains and the beach, so yes.
Oh, would you move there in the near future?
No,
Why not?
I feel like you got to be rich to live there.
You have to be what?
Well, let me rephrase that. I feel like in my mental state in life, where I'm at in life, I would have to be rich to live there. Otherwise, I'm good in Atlanta.
Yeah, the of living is ridiculous there.
Yeah, it's I wouldn't want to do the 9 to 5 in LA.
Hmm.
I mean, I get it, people have to do that, and that's fine. I'm not shading it. I'm gonna just do my 9 to 5 in Atlanta and see.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because
I
I'm I'm comfortable in Atlanta. But if I
got
was
it.
to get rich, it would be Miami or LA.
Makes sense. Makes sense. I
Yeah.
know that you travel a lot and you travel to countries where you don't speak the same language.
Yeah.
You have a funny lost in translation story from one of your travels.
These are really good questions. I have a lot of
Thank
lost
you.
translation stories.
I was born with
Okay.
it. I was born with it.
I have one really good one because this one is really, really good. We went to the Dominican Republic in my
Hmm.
last relationship. My ex and I went, and we specifically went with people that speak Spanish. We went with my Mexican homie and his wife.
Hmm.
Um, and it wasn't a couples trip. We really went with them because they spoke Spanish. Okay. So the dialect is different. That's when I learned the hard way. Every Spanish ain't the same Spanish. So there was a conversation that my homie was having with our driver, and the driver was cool as hell. Shout out to Frank and the DR. He was super cool. And he was like, yo, I'm just gonna let you know right now, you just said you want to fuck my mother. And he was
Oh,
like, no, that's not what I said. I said whatever, and he repeated it in Spanish, but it was in Mexican Spanish. It was in their dialect, and he was like, "Just don't say that outside."
Mm.
And I was like, "How you mess up your own language?" Like it was a funny at the time, but it's like that's why we came with y'all because I was tired of going to in the cities and not knowing the language and having to pull out, my Google Translate or whatnot. So I'm like, we're gonna go with them because no. And they were still messing it up. And they are 100%, it's
That's very interesting
yeah.
because, even Spanish, depending on where you are, if you're in South America, if you're in Spain, if you're in Mexico, if in Venezuela, Honduras, like words mean different things.
Mm-hmm.
So that's very interesting. So are you committed to learning a new language?
Committed is a very strong word. The thing is, I really want to learn Japanese. But then I go to Paris a lot with my one of my friends, Sharon, and her grandma. I met her grandma, I stayed at her house, and she's like, next time you come, you better know French. And it's like, I got you, Granny, but I
I
don't.
can teach you.
I
You
don't.
know what they say? Somebody that speaks 3 language, we call them trilingual.
Mhm.
Somebody that speaks 2 language, we call them bilingual.
Mhm.
And somebody that speaks 1 language only, we call them Americano.
Uh,
So
the
I
thing is,
definitely
I
encourage
don't
you
have to. That's the thing. Like,
to do.
and it's
Everybody else in the world learn 2 languages,
get it.
at
They
least.
do. They
They
do.
do. And I know technology now, technology helps you, but I really encourage you to learn a second language. You'll be
And
glad you did.
it's humbling. I'm not gonna lie. Like when I see like, wow, these, other, but then I go
Mhm.
back home and it's like I just don't have to.
I understand.
And
Well, thank
not
you
only
so
that,
much for your time.
I I know about halfway Spanish too, so I want to finish that first.
You can speak Kaye. We call it language of the street. I speak Kaye.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, it was great talking to you, getting to know you and all that stuff, talking travel. Thank you for coming to my podcast. Follow me on all social media, Two Ashy Hands ASMR.
Now I'm gonna put all your socials in the description and make sure you share it for me.
Got you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
again. Have a good evening.
You too.
Peace.
Bye.